Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Barry here with BarryFastCars. You know the drill. So I'm talking about rookies. Got a comment asking to talk about Formula One rookies. Boom, that's all the inspiration I need. Rocking a Radiohead shirt. All you fans out there, represent. All right, so we're going to talk about Pascal Wehrlein today because he's the best. We'll see. We shall see. Not obviously, but Julian Palmer will have his own video, but Julian Palmer has gone higher in the ladder to Formula One. He was GP2 world champion. But let's talk about Pascal Wehrlein. Pascal Wehrlein, spelled, well, actually you'll see it in the title, because I'll spell it correctly in the title. He was born in October 18th, 1994. So he is actually 3 years older than Max Verstappen. He is German. That is his nationality of choice for his. He grew up in Germany. His mother is Mauritian, which does not mean she's from Mars. It actually means she's from Mauritania, if I'm not mistaken. So, watched a video about him just to get myself ready for this, and found out that his favorite track is Macau, which I don't know what he would have driven there, but the Macau Grand Prix goes there. I thought it was just a touring car track, but who knows? I guess I should have researched that. But favorite food is pizza. He did say steak, but whatever. We all like pizza. I'm vegan, so steak is off the menu. Pizza is not. You can have vegan pizza all day. His idol / inspiration, what have you, is Mika Hakkinen, which is brilliant because no one better to have as your inspiration than a Finn, right? He began racing in 2003. Real quick, we'll give you a picture of him if you don't know what he looks like yet. A picture of him in the Mercedes Formula One car. There he is. Little reflection there, but I think you get the gist. Before I can update my computer, come on camera, fix yourself. There we go. And I did that with my hand. It's one of those new age cameras. I just changed the filter like that. Began racing in 2003 in karts, of course, and worked his way up in Germany in karting until he entered the ADAC. It's all capital. I think it's just called ADAC. It could be called ADAC, but pretty sure ADAC. In 2010, it's called ADAC Formula Masters, and it's essentially the replacement for Formula BMW. When BMW left Formula One, they didn't really have a need for an open wheel feeder series, if you will. Now they pretty much just do GT racing. Which I love GT racing, but they should be in open wheel, if not sports car racing prototypes. But that is another story. In 2010, his first year in the championship, he got 6th place in the championship. I don't know how many that's out of, but 6th place is good, that's for sure, in your first year in a fast. My girlfriend's dog. Hi, Sky. And she's going under the desk. The second year in the championship, he won it. He won his second Formula race car season. Not bad. So that was obviously in 2011. In 2012, he entered the Formula 3 Euro Series. I don't have a... I don't know what team it was for, but let's see here. I have Formula 3 Euro Series, and he got second in the championship behind Daniel Juncadella, who is also in DTM, but should probably be in Formula One. So, 2013 rolls around, Mercedes has plucked him up and definitely wants to have him race for them, and he got into DTM with, of course, Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes fields, I think, 4 teams in DTM, correct me if I'm wrong. And in this first season, in 2013, he was 22nd in the championship. For an 18-year-old kid, yeah, I think he's good. He got a few points that season. In 2014, he switched over to one of the more factory-backed efforts because a lot of times the lower teams use a 1-year-old DTM car, and so you're not. In some places you can compete, especially if there's changing conditions, but you know how it is. If you have a 1-year-old car, you're on the back foot no matter what. 2014, in a 2014 spec HWA Mercedes C-Class, in that season, I don't know where, but he got pole position somewhere, and he was the youngest to do so in the history of the sport at 18 years old. And he finished 2014 8th in the championship. And DTM is fucking competitive. Really competitive. So that's very, very impressive. So at the end of that season, Mercedes like, psh, we want this kid. I don't even think it was all the way at the end of the season. In September 2014, so with a few races left, he was contracted to be the reserve driver for Mercedes, which is great. In 2015, if you didn't already know, he won the championship. Spoiler alert, I think you should know by now, 6 months later. He won the championship. He had 5 podiums, 1 fastest lap, 2 wins, and he's actually the first champion in DTM history to win the championship without a pole position all season. Pretty interesting, which shows, to me, makes me think he has killer racecraft. Also possibly a killer pit lane crew. Pit lane / strategy crew. But is that interesting? No pole positions, and made his way up to win 2 races and got enough podiums to tear it up. Interesting thing in 2015, as opposed to pretty much any other year I've watched DTM, is they didn't split the races, but they had 2 races in a weekend, 2 championship races in one weekend. So it essentially doubled the length of the championship. And if you're not consistent doing that, you're not going to win the championship, and he certainly was. So he has, all of 2015, he did, he did some preseason testing in 2015. Between the Force India team, he did a day one day in preseason 2015 with Force India, and a day, maybe a half day for Mercedes, maybe even a full day. I don't know if anyone knows. Not that it really matters. And I think he did just a few. I don't have the number off the top of my head. No, maybe he probably didn't do any Friday practice sessions with Benz. That wouldn't make sense. Not when they're at the front of the championship. So he has the experience in the fastest car on the grid. He does, of course, when they do like a spectator special or whatever in whatever city, and they just do donuts and stuff. He's done that, and he's a badass dude. So he kind of has this Ronaldo-esque look to him. He's a good-looking kid, and this is a pretty cool one. He looks exactly like Ronaldo in this picture. Look at that. 1 champion. Boom. Pretty badass, I'd say. And here he is with his DTM car, which look a lot better this year because they updated it to the new... Come on. There we go. Nice and centered. Look at that. It's like I edited a video. With a 10th of the time spent. So, Pascal Wehrlein... he's obviously driving for Manor, which is now kind of becoming a B team for Benz, which, you kind of need a B team. If you have up-and-coming race car drivers that you need in a car, having a B team that, you have a technological partnership with, an engineering partnership. So he's with Manor Grand Prix, Manor, whatever the hell they're called. I haven't even done the video on Manor. Probably should. And he's just going to be is exactly what Manor needs, is someone who's been at the top level, not raced at the top level, but been around the number 1 team in the pit lane. That's just beautiful for them. So Manor should be looking better this year, especially with their new Mercedes engine. And who knows? Who knows what he can pull off? Maybe he'll pull up Jules Bianchi and get points in one of his races and not get hurt. So that's it. That's Pascal Wehrlein. Can't wait to see him racing. Hopefully he's, be able to dice it up, not like the manner of old and at like 2, 3, 4 seconds off the pace of the next slowest car. I think it'll be a different story this year for Manor, and we'll do a whole video on them. But the next video, I might as well just do Rio Haryanto, because he's his teammate. So click the like button, boop, boop. Click the like button if you like it. Comment, ask questions, I'll try to answer them. And on to the next video. Peace.